Hi everyone, welcome back. So here today we are with other important video. Like a lot of people have sent emails and asked questions that how to prepare for prelims examination. So few of you are the first timers, and so why not let us discuss in detail how to prepare for judicial screening test prelims. So right now you have notification for AP 2024 prelim examination, which is held on 13th April. So hope everyone is preparing well. So here are some few pointers and key reminders on how to prepare for JCJ screening test. So let us go into it. So a lot of aspirants have mailed us. So where do we start from? Because there are 20 subjects, and how do we go through each and every bare act and how to manage the things and cover up all the syllabus. So here, do not worry, today we'll be discussing few tips, and also some you'll have some guidance from us, so that how do you complete your entire exam preparation for your prelims examination, right? So first of all, whenever you get a notification, read that in detail from starting till the end, because those who are the first timers, you will have a very detailed information in your notification. The percentage of marks to be obtained will be given, your syllabus will be given, and if there is any change in syllabus also, you need to look into that, because in 2023 Telangana syllabus has been changed and additional 10 subjects have been added. So go into the notification in detail whether there is any change in syllabus or any other things in detail are given. And according to the any notification, it's discretion of the High Court to take n number of candidates. So this can change. The candidate selection can also change according to their wish at the time of selection for mains. So the percentage and the ratio is given in the notification, but you will also find a line that it's subject to change. So they will not follow the notification sometimes, like it happened in last year AP mains. So according to them, they can take according to the ratio given in the notification, or they can take more than the ratio according to the marks obtained and the highest and the lowest scores. So give your best, and the detailed description will be given in the notification. Go through it. So that is where you start. Read the notification. The second one which you have to keep in mind is time management. So a lot of people suffer during the time management, because few will be working, attending the courts, and they have a lot to take in, and they also want to prepare or get into judicials on the other side, right? So time management is a key concept, and let me tell you. So suppose you're starting your preparation, we'll cover everything, like when to start your preparation, like how many hours you need to study, everything we'll cover in this video. So before that, whenever you start reading, always make a note of that date and time. So this has been long shared in Telegram channels also, like how you do it. So for the first timers who are watching this video, let us share you one more time. So today, 21st Jan 24. So you need to mention the date in your rough notes or some notepad, and write down the time when did you open your book. Suppose it's 6 a.m. for suppose. So make an entry in your notebook 6 a.m. and after you finish your reading, your closing time, let it be some 8:30 a.m. So make an entry of that. And again, you started studying afternoon after having your lunch at 2 p.m. So make a note of that. And again, you closed your book at 4 p.m. So always make a note of your time along with the date. Okay. So you can calculate this and see the progress weekly once. So after a week, just see your progress. Is it increasing or are you unable to sit for such long hours, or the time has been delayed? And there are some more questions that a lot of people say that they're unable to continue the study for so long hours. So this is seen in every aspirant at the initial stage. So do not worry. So here is one rule. Take a break, okay? But your break should also be productive. Suppose you are studying for 1 hour and after that you took a break for 10 to 15 minutes. So this 10 to 15 minutes break should be in certain way that you look after the orders in CPC, or you look after some years and sections, just a revision or a recap, just go through it. So your break should always be productive, remember that. So in this way, of course, in initial stages, it's very difficult. For few people, they can catch up within a week. For few, it requires more than 10 days. For few, it requires 1 month of time. So when you get habituated to this, it will be very easy task for you. So time management is very important. So do not forget to write down every day's date and the timing and the number of hours you are sitting to study. Okay. So the next one is everyday reminders. So this is one of the very important thing you have to keep in your mind. So like I said, when you don't want to waste your time, like you want some 10 to 15 minutes of break for every 1 hour. So how can you be productive is to keep reminders. So have a chart which represents or which has the title of 51 orders, like framing of issues, summons, and so on. Give the order numbers and just have a everyday reminder. So look at that every day. Just go through it for 5 to 10 minutes or whenever you take a break, and this will help you a lot. And you can also add some magistrates list, or you can add some subjects index, like so and so subject this year is it has come into force and it has these many n number of sections. So as a just make a note of it, and every day morning just have a recap of all your important things just for 5 to 10 minutes. And do not forget that you need to have a revision. So today whatever you are studying, tomorrow the first 1 hour or 1 to 2 hours you need to have a recap of your previous day. So do not forget this to have a recap so that your mind can take all the inputs necessary. So you will not know right now, but later on this will help you a lot while you go on for n number of days when you are preparing. So the next one is division of subjects. So a lot of people after seeing the notification, they get panic, like they don't know where to start and how to start, which subject to open. They feel everything as abundant, right? So how do you divide your subjects? If you go through previous years mock test, JCJ prelims, so you can just go through them and you will find, okay, the weightage of the subjects. So they are core subjects like NA Act, evidence, CRPC, CPC, IPC. So from these subjects, 50% of, more than 50, you can say, like around 50 to 60% of bits will be asked. Okay, so you should be thorough in all the core subjects because each subject has a minimum value of 5 to 10 marks. Of course, say more than 5. So this is the range of these core subjects. So be thorough in all these core subjects. So from past 2 to 3 years, you can also see a lot of bits coming from CRPC rules and CPC rules. So add these two also in the core subjects and study very hard. Like complete the entire Bayer Act, add your important pointers and reminders which you feel these are necessary for a recap, and make a note of it in your notebook. So this is how you divide the subject into, first one is core subjects and the other one local laws like AP land encroachment, AP gaming, limitation. So all these limitation, AP, gaming and land encroachment, excise act. So these have some limited sections like protection of women from domestic violence, specific relief act. So have these also. So how do you study while division of subjects? So when you take one huge subject, have a combination of some light subject. So when you are getting bored or when you're stuck somewhere here and it's not going into mind, just open one more bare act with less number of sections so you can complete that and again get your interest or gain your interest and go back to the major acts. So you can do that. But for few people, they don't want to alter or shuffle. It's fine. You can go with the single bare act until you complete. So in the time management, you also need to start your preparation before the notification. So a lot of you can ask, I have not started yet and have started it right after the notification. No worries, it depends only on the number of hours you are giving and the intake you are charging your mind with. Okay, so you need to have a recap, revision, and the thorough intake of what you are reading every day. So have 100% of concentration while you are reading. So if you are working, you can have less number of hours, but do start from day one. Do not lag it. And per day, you can start reading from 4 to 12 hours. So I'm writing the minimum and maximum value because minimum I'm writing for the aspirants, those who are working and those who are studying parallelly, and maximum I'm writing for the aspirants, those who are giving entirely only for judicials without any alternative work or anything. So this is the amount of time you need to have in your mind. And on a daily progress, do not forget to write your work logbook by writing the date and the timings. Okay. So this is how you need to divide the subjects. You can start entire civil subjects or you can start with entire criminal or you can have a combination of the subjects like I said. And as I said before, make a important note of all the sections which you feel, mark them with a marker in the bare act. And if you feel still important and if you do not understand or if it is confusing, write it on your notebook. So what is this one is weekend revision. That means whatever you are studying from day 1 to day 5, have a revision on 6th and 7th days. So this can be helpful. And on weekend revision on Saturdays and Sundays, you need to take a mock test on whatever the subjects you have completed. Take a mock test, go through the previous examination papers, one, and you can also go through the books which are available in separate for prelims. So choose these both and subject wise, whatever you complete between the first 5 days, take a mock test on 6th and 7th. Do not waste your time on weekend revision. This is very, very critical. You can have ample of time if you are working people during the weekdays. So weekend revision is more important. Try to give more number of hours during weekend revision. So coming to the main part, so what are the MCQ types you see during the examination? So let us go there. So the first and the simple type of MCQ is direct questions. So they ask direct questions on the face, right? So it's very easy and you can identify it without any critical things in that question. They'll ask some so and so section in this act is about, or the section is given and they ask what is the section about. So likewise or otherwise, there's some simple direct questions on the face questions. So this is one type of questions which are asked. The second one is indirect questions. So in indirect questions, you will find some link between, or you will find some keywords in between a sentence, and that keyword is asked as a question. So this will be taken internally from the bare acts, like in explanation part of the section. The next type of questions you see in the preliminary examination are problems. So problems in the sense illustrations. So most of the illustrations or examples come from easements, contracts, and IPC. So they'll give A has borrowed some money from B. So B has given a promise to return so and so, and options will be given basing on the illustration. So most of the illustrations come from these acts. So this is a third form of questions which you find. And the last form of question which you find is regarding punishments. So the number questions. So in this number, it covers penalties, year of imprisonments, how many years, or fines. So 1 lakh rupee fine, 10,000 fine, or 5 years of imprisonment, 7 years of imprisonment. So you will have all the questions regarding punishments, and you will also have regarding, so we are talking about number questions, right? So this can involve penalties, fines, and year of the act which came into force, like 1st September 1872 for contracts. When did it come into force? So these questions are the number questions. So these are the type of questions which you see during the examination in the question paper, right? So the next one, very important one, and the thing is distraction policy. So while you're going into this, lot of questions come, like how I have a lot of distraction and I use a lot of mobile or TV or procrastination, whatever it is. So you should definitely keep on no distraction mode, because if your goal is very perfect and if your goal is definitely only the judicials, you should avoid TVs, laptops, notepads, whatever it is. Just whenever you sit while reading, do not sit in a television placed room, or do not place your phone in that room where you are studying. Keep your phone in silent mode, or keep your phone in some other room and come to your room of study and then study. Okay, this is how you need to avoid distraction. And if you want to see the time of study or anything, have a alarm with you or a stopwatch. That's it, but not in phone. So stop the habit of keeping alarms in your phone. Have separate alarm or have separate stopwatch. And do not make excuses that you will start tomorrow. So today I thought morning that I will complete some 10 pages in CRPC, but I'm feeling lazy. So 5 pages I'll study today and 5 pages tomorrow. No. So when you're having goal of 10 pages per day, for example, then you are postponing this one, so the other day you will have 15 pages. It will be still more difficult for you, right? So when you are feeling to complete the task, that means you should tick the task for the day. That means you need to complete in that particular day. That's it. And here in this video, we have written main concerns, health and sleep cycle also. So do you think that a lot of these institutions or anything talk about this while you are preparing for exam? No, but this plays a very important role. That's why we have mentioned in this video. See, do not get involved in any of your sleep disturbances, and do not use late night phones which will affect you to wake early in the morning and start your studies, and this can affect your health. So what happens? Your sleep gets affected, your health gets affected, and when these two gets affected, you cannot start reading immediately. You will feel to have 1 or 2 days rest. So per day our goal is minimum 4 hours to 12 hours. So when you have taken rest due to some ill health or with no sleep, you got some fever or cold and you were unable to give much to your studies, then obviously you lose 2 to 3 days. So you lose this hours into 3 days of study. So always keep your health and sleep cycle good. Maintain 6 to 8 hours of sleep. That is what we suggest. And the last one, here is one sample reference on how you can read and how you can recall while reading the Bear Act. Okay. So we just took a shot of CRPC from the definitions part just to make sure that everything is covered here in this particular phrase so that you can understand how you should read and recall while going through the Bear Act. So if you can see this explanation which is given under section 2 of the under complaint, here the explanation is given. A report made by a police officer in a case which discloses after investigation the commission of a non-cognizable offense shall be deemed to be a complaint, and the police officer by whom such report is made shall be deemed to be the complainant. So whenever you look into the Bear Act, so after completing your first time revision, you will be aware of some sections and you will have some reminders. So to have a recap that your brain or your mind never forgets some certain sections. So when you go through some sentence, you just mark or write with a pencil while you're reading. Suppose you found the word investigation, write about above it 2 of H of CRPC, right? So here you found some non-cognizable offense. So totally non-cognizable offense comes under 2 of L. Again you found the word offense. So offense comes under 2 of N. And it's also IPC 40 section and 2 of N regarding CRPC. Again, here comes a word complaint. So complaint means 2 of D. So in your book, if you can write in such a way, so here police officer by whom such reports. So a police report, it's said in 2 of R. So in such a way, if you can decode it while you're studying itself, if you can see those visions, I can tell you for sure you will remember everything while writing your examination. So this is a lot more for the first timers, but when you read through the Bear Act, you will definitely get habituated in this kind of reading. So make sure that whenever there is some term which you found familiar, that it has some section, even though it takes time, you don't recall it, go back to that, see from where the section is and underline this and write the section there. So after few repetitions, you will get this habituated and you will feel very easy going on, and in this way you can remember all the sections. So here, as this is definition part, I have involved the definitions and I have involved the main section also, like IPC 40 regarding offense. So in this way, you can have a quiet recall. So talking about the revisions, so the first time revision, keep it for 1 month to 1.5 months. So in this revision, you will be going in through some deep analysis and some deep studying. Okay. Your second revision should be completing within 15 days. So that means you should manage it, like how you concise and precise that to a reading of 15 days. Okay. And your third revision should go less than 10 days, or your revision before just 1 week of your examination. Okay. The last 1 week, 1 to 7 days, should be a very strict revision. Stop all your works, hold on to your studies, have a very good time and maintain that time progress every day for the last 7 days. Have a quick recap of every subject and do not study before going to exam, or do not involve with a new topic, or do not refer any new notes which you have not ever seen. Okay. So this is how you will be studying for your prelim examinations. And if you have any queries, do not hesitate to write to us to the email ID. So all the important links are given in the description below. So you can have that. So if you like this video, Do not forget to like it, and if you are new, do not miss the updates. So please subscribe. Thank you.